Okay, coming to you from the junior rodeo again. Oh, different weekend. I have a cold though, so I'm hoping my voice holds up for the 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever it is. I think it's 3. Okay, so from JSTOR, I was able to get 3 what I thought were articles, but 2 of them are actually book chapters, and actually they're from the same book. And so I wonder, could you get a whole book that way? But just to be on the safe side, I put it in my Amazon cart because I want it. So I'm studying or researching the history of intelligence and espionage. So there are 2 chapters from a book titled Spying in America, and by Michael Sulik, I guess is how you would say it. Excuse me. Anyway, yesterday I had no voice at all. So today is better than it was. And since the video is required, here we are. Okay. Anyway, so Mr. Sulik he has a PhD in comparative literature. The thing I decided that I don't like about the book chapters, I mean, I do like it because, hey, I need this book. But the thing that I don't like is there's not the accompanying footnotes. So you can't see if there's a quote. Of course, there's a little, little number indicating there's a footnote somewhere, but you can't see where or what it is. So I don't like that. But the articles are both great. They both dealt with spying during the Revolutionary War. One dealt specifically with Edward Bancroft. It's called The Undetected Spy. Apparently, Benjamin Franklin recruited him to spy, and then he offered his services to the crown, and they paid him handsomely to counter-spy. So he had a gambling addiction and a lot of debt, which I wonder, like someone, I can see being a spy, but the whole counter-spy thing, doing like both sides against the middle, I think that would be really hard. And I wonder what sort of person it takes to do that. And there was another one discussed in here, and he also had debt and pressure, and so it's really interesting. Then I found an article by John Tidd, who is a professor at the University of Arizona. He spent 31 years in the CIA. Oh, and the author of the book, he spent 28 years in the CIA. So they both have experience with intelligence, which I think is always important with subject matter, that the author have some sort of experience, because nothing teaches as powerfully as experience. So the article by John Tidd is an article, and it's From Revolution to Reform, and he talks about the history of espionage in the country, starting with George Washington, and that apparently the European countries, starting as early as the 1500s, they were spying on each other, and they were at war. But our country, according to Mr. Tidd, didn't really think that intelligence was that important because we didn't perceive a threat to our country. So anyway, once we got into the 19th century, we got more going on. But what was so interesting about Mr. Tidd's article is he says in the 90s, there were big cuts to the intelligence funding. And I just wonder, had they not had those cuts, if maybe we could have avoided September 11th. Then he talks about, obviously, after September 11th, we really ramped up the funding for intelligence again. So I love the article format on JSTOR because all of the sources are listed. I found another book that I need. I added a total of 3 books to my Amazon cart while I was doing this. But it's wonderful information and very informative, and the exercise is very helpful. Thank you.